Good day, guys. It's your boy FX Lord. So, on today's video, I'm going to talk about support and resistance. So, support and resistance. First of all, what is a support? A support is an area or a zone in which market get to and make a rejection to the upside. While a resistance is a zone in which market get to and make rejection to the downside. So, I'm going to teach you guys on today's video how to plot your support and resistance and which time frame you should eventually plot your support and resistance for you to be more accurate and for you to know where to take profits wherever the market gets to, for you to know where to sell from, for you to know where to buy from, stuff like that. So now let's dive into the chart as we get to know where we plot our zone. So first of all, I plot my zone on the higher time frame. I don't plot my zone on 15 minutes. I plot my major zone on the higher time frame. And as a support to resistance trader, you need to make your zones very accurate and very accurate, because once your zones are not accurate, it will not hold. Let me show you an example. You are plotting a zone on the 15-minute chart. Let me take you a 15-minute chart. Plotting the zone on a 15-minute chart. It works. I know it works, but most times, let me say you plot a zone to the 15-minute charts. Let me look for something let me do something like this. So you are plotting your zone on a 15-minute chart and you see something like this. So this is a support, like it rejected from here. So whenever market gets into this place, your mind will be like there will also be a rejection from here. But what do you see? Whoosh to the downside, made the rejection and continue dropping. Which means 15-minute time frame is not the best time frame for you to plot your support and resistance. So let me take you to the best time frame in which you can plot your support and resistance and be very accurate on all time frames. So let's go to the 1 month. The 1 month is where I draw my support and resistance, and I have types of support and resistance. I have two types. I call my support and resistance zones because they are area in which market gets to. So what I've explained what support and resistance. Then there's what I call major and minor. Major support and resistance are support and resistance in which they are very solid. Like markets will actually make a rejection from it, a little bit of rejection before eventually breaking it, or a full rejection. What do I mean by that? So let's dive into the chart. I mean, on a 1 month time frame, as you can see on the 1 month time frame, we draw our support and resistance, our major, because this is a bigger time frame. This is the time frame which bankers use to trade, so follow the trend. So we draw our support and resistance here. As you can see, there's a support as from here. As you can see, I won't go deep into the chart like draw no, like where the market is currently, that's what I'm focusing on as at here. So my main target for drawing my support and resistance on today's video is from this high to this low, because this is where market is currently. And now, as you can see, this is a support, and I'll just right click and clone to the upside. As you can see here, it touched here. Make sure it touch multiple places. As you can see, it touched here, before eventually it still made a rejection from here. This was the first breakout of the zone. The zone still push it up. So let's clone this, and I think I have another one as that. Yep, somewhere like so. Is it here? No. Yeah, somewhere here. Yeah. Market made rejection from here multiple times, played around here multiple times, and where obvious can I see again? Yeah, I think this place, yes. So now I won't stop from here. I've drawn my support and resistance on the monthly time frame. I will switch to the weekly time frame to spot the ones which I can't spot on the monthly time frame. So let's go into the weekly time frame. And on the weekly time frame, I can see something about here. Let me excuse the charts. I like to excuse the chart to see where the market is, like know where the market wants to do some stuff like that. I think, yeah, let me use this now. Here comes my horizontal line. What I use it for, as you can see, I use it like I trace it back. Okay, see, respected here, respected here, respected here, respected here. So I won't use this as my support and resistance. No, I will just click on this, clone this, and place it on top of my zone, on top of the zone. As you can see, just delete this. Voila. See, respected here, respected here. Maybe down a little bit. Yeah, respected here, respected here, respected here, respected here, respected here, respected here, before it eventually make reversals to the upside. So I think that's that for that. The support and resistance are plotted already. Now I won't stop here also. Now my major support and resistance are done. They are done because I've plotted them on the bigger time frame, so they are done. So now what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna go down to the daily, plot my minor zone, go down to the 4 hours, and know where to take my trade. And actually, as you can see, market is making a reversal, which means market is pointing to the downside on USD. As you can see, as it here, market is pointing to the downside. See, down. Market is printing down and down. Market is coming down here, as you can see. So we have let me just exist ruler. We have about 300 500 pips. If I'm not joking, if I'm not correct, about close to 500 pips to the downside. 500 pips is a lot of money to me. Yeah, every pip is a count. So now we have like 500 pips to the downside. It means this market break reject from here, I'm coming here. Once market break here, this zone, I'm coming here. Once market break this zone, I'm coming here. Once market break this zone, I'm coming here. That's how I trade. So now we've already spotted what we're gonna do. Now we're gonna go to the daily time frame. As you can see on the daily time frame, you can clearly see a double top on this zone. Let me tell you something. Once market wants to reverse to the downside, it moves and you see a double top on your major zone, bro. Let me just let you know. Just kill the market. Just let the market know that I like you. This market is already telling us, bro, I'm going to the downside because this zone is pushing me to the downside. So now we're going to follow you to the downside as you are going to the downside. So on the daily time frame, here's what I do on the daily time frame. I look for zones also on the daily time frame. As at here, I think there's a zone from here. And I don't represent my color with blue, no, so that I will not replace it with my major zone. I change the color to black, yeah. And I can see something about here also, yeah, okay, yeah. So these are what I can see on the daily time frame. You have to look closely to the chart for you to grab it. You can't look closely, then you look slowly. So this is it. Market is already pointing to the downside on Euro USD. So now we're gonna know when to pick our entry with this zone. Let me explain what I use this my minor zone for. I use it to know where market is going to pull back to. That's not my overall target. This is my overall target. This zone right about here is my overall target. But I use it to know when, okay, this market break the zone, to give me something like this, then I'll pick entry from here, targeting here and targeting here. So that's what I do with this. And on the 4 hour, now where I'll pick my entry, on the 4 hour, we can also see that market has respected this, like it has respected this. Look at this closely. Market broke this zone. Market broke this zone. See, give a double top right over here. See, and on this, I took a short trade somewhere around here, and yeah, a short trade somewhere around here. It's almost take me about no technical analysis back me up. So that's what I do. I mostly use my 100% revenue, like the recent low, as my first take profit, which it has already hit already. So I'm on break even on this trade right now. I'm on break even on this trade, and as you can see, yeah, it's going to the downside. That this is it. USD to the downside. So this is what we're doing now. Yeah. So market is pointing to the downside. And for you to take another entry, and for me this is too late. It's too late. It's too late. You have to wait for a surprise to give you something like this again, or like this, for you to take another entry to the downside. So that's what I do. I split my entry into 1, 2, 3 places. No, 4. Because market have one out already. As you can see, I have one here before. And I have another one here, and I have another one here, and I have another one at the major zone, just about here. So once market hits this entry, this take profit that is splitted, market will be coming out automatically by itself without me monitoring it. This is why I do it like that, because I split entries, because market may be, this is why I have these zones. Market may behave nasty about here and start spike to the downside. I don't want that. As you can see, if I right over here to this trade, kaboom. Market made a rejection to the upside, a pullback, take the trade somewhere about here, and you can think about a lot of pips. So look at this. Imagine you are trading this, you are placing all this. You have a position from here on this pair, and you left it, you swing it to this place. That's a nice profit from it. Yeah, that's a nice one. So I've been buying on USD for the longest, and I've been selling also from the longest, and that's here. Sold here, stop loss here. Two smash, range about here, get out of the range, pull back to the range. The zone, give me candlestick, hook to pass it down. That's how I trade. So on Euro USD, I'm actually waiting for something like this for me to take this trade to the downside. Now, thank you guys. See you next time on my next video, and stay safe and peace out.